Let's talk about it. You know, since I started making these videos, I keep getting the same questions from founders. They are not asking, is the churn too high? They already know that. They know that they are losing money. They know that their bucket is very, very leaky. They know. But the question they keep asking is, how much is really costing me? How much money I'm losing it? They understand that they don't understand. Because what happens if the customers leave too soon? In the long run, how much are you losing? Are you losing the monthly fee, the yearly fee, the multi-year fee? You're losing a lot more than what you think. And what happened with the expansions that didn't happen? What's the cost of reactivity? That's also something that they know that they should be counting, but it's difficult to measure. So they asked me, okay, what's that number? Help us. And they have the feeling, sometimes they share the data, but they feel uncomfortable about it. Many times we solve it with an NDA, but many times I feel that they just want to be able to check by themselves. There is no tool that they can actually taste my methodology without me. So I said, why not? I wanted to give them the possibility to check without me. I wanted to give them the possibility to check against different benchmarks in the industry. I wanted to know the different nitty-gritty in the different verticals, how they are against their competitors, a bit more of information that is going to help them to understand where they are standing. So I built a calculator for this. So it's called the NRR Leakage Calculator. Not very creative, but very useful. Takes only 7 questions, about 3 minutes. Nothing leaves your browser. Everything stays there. Everything is in your screen, private for you. And here is how it works. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to come to my LinkedIn personal page. Then you will scroll down here in the feature. Here is the link to enter to the calculator. The only thing you need to do without sign up, without anything, is to click on it. Once you click, it's going to take you to the diagnostic page. So this is the page where you're going to start the diagnostic. The only thing you need to do is to click Start Diagnostic, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions. Remember that everything you see here is totally private for you. Nobody will see it. So you will place what's your NRR. In this case, let's say you can do it like this, or you can type 3 millions. Okay, the churn. We're going to type, and we're going to say that is 10%. Or you can say, I don't know, use what my peers are using. Okay. And then the expansion, you're going to say, okay, how much expansion I have? I know, let's say that we have a 5%, or you can say, I don't know, estimate from my answers. And you're going to choose in which industry you are. For example, we're going to choose cybersecurity. Each one of them have totally different benchmarks. And then you're going to click next. After you click next, it's going to ask you questions. The first set of questions is more about when the renewals typically happen. This is to know you better, to understand where your team is standing. I'm going to choose randomly. Okay, the last one. Okay, and then it's going to ask you, how does it work in your team regarding the expansions and cross-sells? And again, rarely happens. Again, I'm choosing always the last one, but you are going to read, you're going to analyze, and you're going to decide what you press. Okay? Then is your team, according to your view as a founder or as a CEO, protecting your ARR? Again, you go over. And then about the visibility that you get from your team. Again, all these questions are going to help the system to decide on the answers it's going to give you, all this calculator. And then how often you as a CEO or you as a founder personally need to get involved into account. Okay, how do you describe the post-sales situation? I'm going again to choose the last one. And here is the important part. Here is where you see a full analysis of how much money you are leaving on the table yearly. In this specific case, according to the assumptions, this is what you are getting. Okay? So how is this made of? Okay. There is a part that is basically how much is the churn costing you, that you know for sure, how much you are saving, how much is left. And then regarding this, you have, okay, what about the expansions? What is the expansion in the normal in my vertical? Where should I be regarding to expansion on current customers? And then compare it to what other companies are doing and decide, okay, all this money is the one that you are leaving on the table. And then divided you in different percentages. Okay. How much is from retention? How much is for expansion? And then tells you what your NRR is. Okay. And then gives you the benchmarks regarding to different industries and different things. Inside your industry, but gives you more benchmarks regarding your NRR, regarding your churn, gives you a general understanding, then explains you how your system, how your team is working. And here is what gives you a taste of my methodology. Okay. And here shows you how is and how should be. And here tells you very, very briefly about the shift methodology. That is a methodology we use when we work together with customers. Of course, I can send you more information. This is only a taste applied to your specific case. Here there is a bit of information in general. And here are the conversations that we should be having. Okay. And last one, you can decide, okay, I don't do nothing about it. I only copy to myself. I only send it to myself, or I send it to the team of senior analysts in Oblutziner and company. Or you can run it again. And here you have some disclaimers. So this is it. So here we are. Every diagnostic that I run with customers always starts with a conversation. I always need to deeply understand where you guys are standing. But now, basically, you can start the conversation by yourself first. You can check, and if it's relevant, if you don't understand it, so then we can analyze it together. There will be always a benchmark. There will be always a really deep understanding of more than 20 years in the SaaS industry and where the leaking should be. What should you be paying attention? So now is yours. You don't need to you need to leave details. You need to do nothing more than enjoy it. And if you want, I'm here to assist you and to help you with it. 7 questions, 3 minutes, very simple, confidential. Use it. Thank you very much.